Okay, good afternoon. This is the Orderflows trade review for Wednesday, March 9th, 2016. My name is Michael Valtos. I'm the founder of Orderflows.com. First, a quick disclaimer. This presentation is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered a solicitation to buy or sell a futures contract or make any other type of investment decision. Futures trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, my first trade this morning occurred about 9:35, and what had happened was the market was just sort of trading back and forth, sort of rallying, but there was this little bit of a pullback, and we got this stack buying imbalance. I got a bit aggressive on the entry. I had a ratio in this bar. I got long at 88 3/4. Usually I like to get long, inside the imbalance, but I had a good feeling about this because I got a couple of ratios here. I got some strong deltas. I felt this market was getting ready to pop. We had just, like I said, we had been, sort of on our way up, and, sort of looking for a continuation of the move. And, what happened is, I got long at 88 3/4. The market just rallied right up here to 91, and then just, couldn't get past that level. We started coming off, going back and forth around, it got down towards my entry price, sort of popped back up, stopped up here at 90.5. Today, I don't know, the market didn't seem too exciting. I just went ahead and got out at a point. I'm looking back, if I could have had a slightly better entry, maybe a half a point. The exit, I would have liked to got more out of it, but we're going up here, and I see, 3 buying imbalances, 3 more buying imbalances. Even though they're not stacked, it's still, quite a bit of buying going on. So, I was really expecting the market, to get up to around 92, 93. But, it just sort of fell apart right here. There wasn't any great, volume at the top of this bar. But the selling came in. You can see, selling imbalance, only 4 lots traded on the offers here. And the market just sort of bounced. They didn't really sell off or anything. It just sort of hung around this, this 90 level. I got out at 89 3/4. Like I said, I only managed a point out of it. Like I said, you can only take what the market's going to give you. So that was at 9:40, around the 9:40 time. Then, a little bit later, around 10 o'clock, where is it here? I had this, we were trading at our low at this point. The market had gone up, then sold off to our low, sold off quite dramatically. On the way down, you're getting just all red, lots of selling imbalances. So the selling was quite strong, and we hit our low down here at 78, and we just started. There wasn't a divergence. You still had a negative delta. Then this next bar, you got a couple of things. You have the single print. You've got a stack buying imbalance. I got long here at 80.5. For some reason, I sort of, I don't know, I sort of had a brain freeze, because usually I like to get long inside the bar, and for some reason, I think I looked at this price thinking of it was 80, but whatever. So I'm long at 80.5. I'm really sort of hiding behind this low here. As sort of a worst case scenario. I didn't like the fact that it came down to the low of this bar and took it out by a tick. But we just snapped right back, which was nice. Then we started trading back up into the zone, the buying imbalance zone. Then we hit this level at 81.5, and there was a good seller there. We did trade 81 3/4, but we traded about 300 or 400 there, but when this 81.5 was trading 1,000, that was getting 1,005, 2,000, 2,500, and it's sort of at that point, do I get out here? There's some very good size, but the fact that we sort of got past it already sort of led me to believe that yeah, there's a big order here, but I think that if we get through that, I'm not necessarily looking at this as stopping volume. So if we get through that again, and sort of go bid there, we can pop up a bit more. Because it said if we didn't trade at 81 3/4, if it just stayed 81.5 offer the whole time, I'd probably look at it completely different. I'd probably be looking to get out around 81 or 81.5 or 81 1/4. I doubt I could have got out at 81.5. If someone's got how many thousands to sell there and their iceberg unit in. But I kept my offer in there at 82 3/4, and it just popped up right through there once we got past this level at 81.5. Eventually we went all the way up to it was at 83 3/4. So as long as 80.5 out at 82 3/4. So that's 2 and was it 2 1/4. So I add that to the one point I made earlier. And it was it was a fairly decent morning. I mean, these were very quick trades. You're just talking 2 or 3 minutes on each one. I did sort of have to sit there and wait for them to come. Then the market just sort of hung around, went a little bit higher. But I stopped trading around 10:15. I just want to show you how it looked on a normal candlestick bar chart. We'd been coming down, most of the morning. And then we started getting this rally. This was around 9:15, starting to rally up. I got long here at 88 3/4. But, where would you rather get long? Somewhere down here or sort of up here as you already moved away from the low? The market sold off. This is, again, why I say, I like to buy around the low and sell around the high, because you have a propensity for, a bigger move. In this case, I only took out, just over two points. I mean, the market did, if I stayed long at 80.5, it'd look golden. I was trading up at 90. That would be 10 points. But yes, I took a trade on a 5 range chart. I'm only looking for 2 to 3 points. And but the point I'm trying to make here is, understand the structure of the market where you're trading. And sometimes, when you make a move off the low and you're trying to buy it, you got to think, is it going to be a continuation? Yeah, I bought it here looking for a continuation of the move. But, part of the problem was we had rallied from 82 up to, 88. That's already a 6-point move. It only had another, what is that, 3 points in it before it turned around and, sold off. The trade that had a better result is when I'm buying it much lower. I'm buying it near the low. Like I said, if I could have had a reason to buy, earlier instead of at 88.5, if I could have had a reason to buy, at 84, yeah, it could have been a much better trade, better than it was. I mean, I said I only got a point out of it, whereas down here, I got double out of it. Sometimes, you just sort of try and take things into context with, where the market is trading. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. To learn more about trading order flow or the order flow software that I used in this video, be sure to visit my website, www.orderflows.com, or send me an email, mike@orderflows.com. I'll be happy to answer your questions, or just shoot me an email or check out my website. Thank you.